everyone, and welcome back, to the Fabulous Trucker channel. I am Fabulous, aka Faith, whatever you want to say. I am back in my little makeshift media room, if you can't tell, with the lights and the black curtains and whatnot. Today I'm going to try not to be loud, so hopefully this is not too loud for everyone. I have my little mic going on because last time someone said there was a very bad echo in the room, and I can believe it because I'm kind of in an empty room in the house, so I'm so sorry. Just getting all the kind of commercial stuff out of the way. If you are first time on this channel, I am so thankful you are here. Thank you for clicking on the video. And if you would like to subscribe, hit the like button and hit the bell so you guys will get notifications for all my new uploads and lives. Secondly, if you guys are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys and girls, and I'm noticing a lot more female activity, so that is amazing. We're gonna get right to it. Today's video is going to be about surviving my first winter in the truck. Now, this has been my very first winter that I have had actually in the truck. I started, I want to say June of 2019, so this was my first winter, and this is just some of the tips that I learned and other people have told me just surviving the winter. Yes, they are not professional tips. I'm not going to sit here and say like you'll be able to drive in snow and ice and all this, because honestly I still don't really know what I'm doing. I am a rookie. The purpose for this video is just to help my very beginning people. It is just some of your basic knowledge that some people might just not know yet. So here we go. The first big tip, and I do have my paper so I'm reading off of it, is always check the weather. I know I was really bad at this when I first started because I would just want to jump in that driver's seat and I would just want to take off. The reason you want to check the weather is because you never know what situations you're going to be in. I know when I go up to Buffalo, it is really important to check the weather because in some areas it will get dumped on and in others it will be sunny and 75. So it is really important before you start your trip to always look at the weather from where you are to where you need to be to everywhere in between. With that being said, you definitely want to look for any delays or road closures also in your path to where you have to go. Again, this being said, you never know what situations you want to be in. When I am going to Buffalo, I always take roads like 99 or 80, and a lot of times they are closed to empty trucks. Now, when I come back from these trips, I am empty. So that's why I really need to pay attention, and I'm just giving you guys tips of what I have found helpful and avoiding a lot of mistakes on my end. So that was number 2, look for any delays, road closures. Number 3, plan your route accordingly. The only reason I say this is because if you know there's a chance for inclement weather, you definitely want to leave early. Now, if it's going to get to the point where they're saying, no, everything's shut down, this is emergency weather, you might not want to leave at all. So when I say plan your trip, I would say either decide what time you need to leave to either beat the weather or be behind the weather, and just that kind of thing. Always give yourself a lot of extra time from going slow to slow vehicles, and we all know how four wheels are going to act when there's any sort of weather whatsoever. Also plan your route accordingly, kind of what I was just saying. Figure out what roads, if there are road closures or delays, kind of figure out where you can go. But again, try not to take these like shady back roads because in snow, it's never a good idea, and ice. So like I said, number 4, one of the tips is know safe havens. So know some sort of safe haven that if something were to happen, you know you can get there and you know you could shut down. This is especially important when they are starting to close roads or you start to feel uncomfortable. With that being said, one of the most important tips is if you do not feel safe, don't drive in it. Now, I know for a while I did not feel safe at all, so I wouldn't even attempt to drive, but I do believe in pushing myself just a little bit because I do know that I need to at least get introduced to the snow in order to become a better truck driver. So if I would feel to the point where I was way uncomfortable, of course I would shut down, call dispatch, tell them I'm not moving until I feel safe. And if they have a problem with that, you might want to consider another company because they obviously don't care about your safety. That's just a little tip from me. The very last and important one, if you are going to drive in the snow or in the weather in general, is just slow down, take your time, realize that everyone's safety, including your own, is in your hands. We are operating really big machinery. While everyone seems to think that we are indestructible, we are not. Nothing is really passable on ice. I don't care what you say. It is very hard to drive on ice, whether we are 80,000 pounds or 2,000 pounds, like a regular little compact vehicle. So slow down, leave extra space, everything they say in their schooling, just leave an extra couple car lengths. Honestly, do that kind of thing. Now, another thing that I just thought about, and is not on my paper, I was taught when it is snowing or ice, particularly snow, well, and ice, it is said you have to kind of brake differently. So I have always been told to not use my Jake brakes, especially on the highest setting, because it could jar the truck. And with that being said, you could start to slide. Now, I have not been in that situation, so I'm not sure. I am literally just giving you guys what I've been told. And again, the braking situation, you obviously don't want to brake too hard, too fast, because it will cause your vehicle to slide. Again, guys, I am a rookie myself. I've had several comments, stop giving people advice because you're a rookie, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just giving you guys tips of what I've learned. So if you want to listen, listen. If you don't. Just putting that disclosure out there. Again, at the end of the day, if you don't feel safe, park it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's really the only driving tips I have. More of the random kind of tips that I've thought about over the time. Always have your headlights on. And if you need to, use your, I would say 4 ways, but your flashers. So the reason I say this is because I've seen a lot of trucks, sadly, when it's snowing in the middle of the day, they don't even have their lights on, and it's very hard to see because when it's low visibility like that, we could be trying to make a turn, and the next thing you know, we don't even see you. Keep your heat on defrost on high on your windshield. Now you might say, well, I'm hot. I get that. Crack your window. But it has been superior. Oh my gosh, my vocab. I'm trying to be too smart. It has been super, super helpful to me because I would always have to stop every couple whatever miles, clean off my windshield wipers. My windshield will start getting, ice stuck to it. And sorry guys, I'm not trying to show you anything. I'm trying to keep the mic away from my hair. It'll keep the windshield hot enough to where the ice won't build up on your windshield wipers, so that way your windshield wipers can work properly. So definitely keep that on. That is just one thing to learn. Ew, I got mud on me. I've been working outside today. When entering and exiting the truck, just remember, hey, it's snowing, it's ice. Those slits, I don't know what's going on, guys. Those steps are going to be slick, so definitely remember your 3 points of contact. I know it sounds super silly, but I've actually busted my butt quite a few times this winter by not holding on to things, and I'm clumsy. So there's also that going for me because I am super, super, super clumsy. When parking, if it's safe to do so, only use your tractor brake. So what I mean is leave your red button, your trailer, leave it pushed in. Now, why do I say this? Because it will prevent you from having your trailer brakes freeze overnight and lock up. It can be a pain in the butt, especially when they freeze and you can't get them unlocked and you have to go. So again, if you're not on a super steep hill and if your tractor is able to hold your trailer without obviously sliding or whatever, leave that red button pushed in. That way they won't freeze up. Be mindful of what you're hauling. I know some loads, and this is way beyond me, so I'm just throwing this out here. I know some loads have temperature warnings. I know I was hauling for P&G, which is things like laundry detergent, toothpaste, and stuff like that. And I know you'd always have to sign a paper saying, I agree to keeping this product where it needs to be, as in temperature-wise. So be mindful of that. I don't really know where that would come into play, what temperatures. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Kind of some things inside the truck I figured out. Always bring extra clothing, like I mean a lot of extra clothing. This winter, I swear I have never gotten more disgusting in my life just by doing the simple tasks. I know I would go through 2 to 3 pairs of clothes a day because between getting in and out, swapping trailers, getting out just to run to the restroom or fuel, I was always getting disgusting, I was getting wet, and it is miserable. Another thing is, when it's like that, I do not wear jeans. I can't stand jeans anyway, so I recommend something that is maybe waterproof, and definitely bring a waterproof or water-resistant jacket. That kept me dry a lot. So that's one thing. Always carry boots. Boots have come into handy so many times this winter when I am trying to walk around in my Sperry's, slipping and sliding, or in my Nikes, and obviously I don't want to get them disgusting, or my Sperry's. So always just bring a pair of boots. No, mine aren't steel-toed. I do have insulated boots, but they're old and I used to wear them as a kid. They still fit, so I just put them on the truck. I always love to have an electric blanket in my truck for the winter because I hate the dry heat that the truck puts out. So I just get in the back, have a little, it's one of those little emergency electric blankets for your car. It plugs right into the 12 volt. It gets hot enough to keep me warm. That's one of the biggest things I love to keep in the winter. The only other thing is buy yourself a nice pair of either waterproof or water resistant gloves. All this winter I have been a hard-headed whatever, because I was just using the cheap $4 Walmart pair of gloves, which is nothing wrong with them in the summer, but over the winter I figured out, between blisters from my fingers getting so cold, that it was time to invest in a good pair of gloves. Now granted, I still only paid $10 for these gloves. They just have like a little rubber kind of padding on them, and I'm not going to sit here and say they're completely waterproof, but they keep my hands warm, and that is all that matters during the winter. Again, I hope this helped someone. This is just coming from someone who has just experienced their first winter. I know I'm right at 12 minutes. I did want to kind of go into what I experienced. I was up back and forth between basically the bottom of Virginia to Buffalo this winter. That was kind of the route that got me to experience the most amount of snow and ice. Again, those were the tips that I used. If I didn't feel comfortable at all, I just wouldn't move anywhere. And if you have a mentor or someone that has trained you, or someone you really trust who is also doing this, give them a call and ask for their advice. That's another big thing. Ask for advice from trusted, experienced people. That's why I love to put on my videos, look, I may not be the most experienced. I know I am still a rookie, but at the end of the day, I'm just giving you rookie advice to help. I am going to do a new channel kind of, this is what my channel is about video, because I feel like a lot of people on this channel now has gone a little crazy and they are missing the point of my channel. So hopefully we're going to go live with that, but this is going to be the end. I know a lot of you say I talk too much, so I'm trying to cut back on that. That is my advice for my first winter. As I learn, I will promise you guys to give you guys what I know. So that's it for today. Please like, subscribe, share my videos if you'd like, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm out, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.